Far beyond the northern seas lies a land shaped by ice, fire, and legends. This is Norway. For over 1,000 years, it has stood as a gateway between myth and modernity. Here, Viking ships once sliced through cold waters, and wooden stave churches whispered prayers into the wind. From the traditions of the indigenous Sami people in the Arctic North, to the quiet resilience of coastal fishing villages, every stone, every mountain holds a story. This journey isn't just about stunning views, it's a window into the heart of a culture forged by nature, and carried forward by a people who never forgot where they came from. Norway may be known for its fjords and northern lights, but there's so much more beneath the surface. Here are 3 things you might not know about this fascinating country. 1. Norway helped introduce salmon sushi to Japan. In the 1980s, Japan rarely ate raw salmon. Their local species were considered unsafe raw. So Norway, with its pristine Arctic waters and surplus of high-quality farmed salmon, launched a campaign called Project Japan. At first, it was met with skepticism. But over time, Norwegian salmon became a staple in sushi culture, and today, salmon nigiri is one of the most beloved sushi types worldwide. Few people know that this global food trend started with Norwegian diplomacy and fish. Norway's prisons are among the most humane and effective in the world. At Halden Prison, there are no bars on the windows. Inmates have access to music studios, cooking classes, and even their own keys. It might sound shocking, but Norway's philosophy is different. They focus on rehabilitation, not punishment. And the result? One of the world's lowest reoffending rates, less than 20%. It's a powerful example of how empathy and second chances can rebuild lives. The midnight sun isn't just beautiful, it changes your sense of time. Above the Arctic Circle in Norway, the sun doesn't set at all during parts of summer. In towns like Tromsø or the Lofoten Islands, it's 2 a.m., and the sky still glows golden. Locals go fishing, hiking, even hold midnight soccer matches. But it's not just a spectacle. The midnight sun shapes a culture where time bends and nature guides the rhythm of life. It's something you can't quite explain until you stand under it, wide awake, in a world without night. Sun with face Milky Way. But facts only scratch the surface. To truly know Norway, you have to walk its land. From ancient harbors to icy peaks, this is a country where every region tells a different story. So now, let's leave the headlines behind and step into the soul of Norway, one destination at a time. Preikestolen, Norway's natural pulpit. Welcome to Preikestolen, the mighty pulpit rock, standing boldly 604 meters above the shimmering waters of the Nærøyfjord. Carved by glaciers over 10,000 years ago, this massive cliff is one of Norway's most celebrated natural wonders. The journey to the top is a pilgrimage through raw Nordic beauty. A moderately challenging hike winds through ancient forests, mossy stones, and mountain ponds, gradually revealing glimpses of the fjord's brilliance. Each step builds anticipation, until, finally, you emerge onto a flat rock platform seemingly suspended in the sky. Preikestolen's sheer drop and wide, commanding views create a feeling unlike any other. There's no railing, no barrier, just the vast expanse of air, water, and stone stretching into eternity. Sitting on the edge, you feel the pulse of the earth beneath you, and the weightlessness of the open world around you. Here, time stands still. The fjord glitters far below, snaking between cliffs that rise like sleeping giants. Winds whisper ancient tales, and the silence holds a power all its own. Preikestolen is more than a viewpoint, it's a summit of emotion, a place where nature's majesty humbles even the boldest spirit. Stand here, and you don't just see Norway's wild heart, you feel it. Oslo, where Nordic calm meets urban soul. Welcome to Oslo, Norway's vibrant capital, where fjord waters meet forested hills, and modern life flows in harmony with nature. Nestled at the northern tip of the Oslo fjord, this city of nearly 700,000 people feels both worldly and wonderfully serene. Oslo is a place of contrast and connection. Sleek architecture and minimalist design rise beside medieval fortresses and cobblestone lanes. The Opera House, shaped like a glacier sliding into the sea, invites visitors to walk across its sloping roof. Nearby, the Barcode project redefines the skyline with bold, geometric towers. Yet despite its urban pulse, Oslo breathes green. Over two-thirds of the city is forest, park, or water. Locals hike in Nordmarka, swim in the fjord, and picnic in Vigeland Park, where hundreds of granite and bronze sculptures bring human emotion to life. History lives here too. In the Viking Ship Museum, thousand-year-old vessels whisper stories of seafaring ancestors. The Royal Palace watches quietly over Karl Johans Gate, the city's main boulevard, while the Nobel Peace Center reflects Norway's global spirit of dialogue and hope. But Oslo is not just to be seen, it's to be felt. In the calm friendliness of its people. In the crisp sea air. In the soft light that lingers over long summer nights or glows golden in winter's hush. Oslo is a city that doesn't shout. It listens. It welcomes. It stays with you. Lofoten Islands. Where mountains meet the Arctic Sea. Welcome to the Lofoten Islands, a jagged wonderland of peaks and fjords rising straight from the Arctic Ocean. Located above the Arctic Circle in northern Norway, Lofoten feels almost otherworldly, a land where raw nature and quiet villages exist in perfect balance. Sharp granite mountains tower over deep blue waters. Tiny red fishermen's cabins, rohrbuer, cling to rocky shores. In winter, the northern lights dance across a frozen sky. In summer, the sun never sets, bathing the landscape in an endless golden glow. For centuries, Lofoten's people have lived by the rhythms of the sea. The islands were built on cod fishing, a tradition still alive today. In Reine, Hemnøy and A, timeless villages seem frozen in a painting, where the scent of salt air and dried fish fills the breeze. Adventure thrives here. Hike to panoramic ridges like Geirangerfjord, kayak between craggy islands, or simply lose yourself along coastal roads where each turn unveils a new breathtaking view. Yet beyond the epic scenery, there's a deep stillness. A feeling that time slows down, that nature's voice grows louder, that the soul finds space to breathe. Lofoten isn't just a destination, it's an experience of awe, solitude, and timeless beauty at the edge of the world. Come and let the Arctic magic stay with you forever. Geirangerfjord, Norway's timeless masterpiece. Welcome to Geirangerfjord, a jewel of Norway's western coast, where towering cliffs plunge into turquoise waters and waterfalls tumble like silver ribbons from dizzying heights. Carved by ancient glaciers, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is a living painting, ever-changing with light and season. The fjord stretches for 15 kilometers, winding between sheer rock faces and emerald valleys. As you glide across its mirror-like surface, the world feels both immense and intimate, a sacred space shaped by ice, time, and quiet power. Waterfalls like the Seven Sisters, the Suitor, and the Bridal Veil cascade from mountain ledges, weaving mist into the crisp air. Tiny farmhouses cling impossibly to steep slopes, silent witnesses to a simpler, harsher time when people carved lives from these rugged lands. Above, winding roads like Ornisvingen and Eagles Road offer breathtaking overlooks, places where sky, mountain, and sea converge in heart-stopping panoramas. But Geirangerfjord isn't just scenery, it's a feeling. A profound sense of awe, a reminder of nature's grandeur and our place within it. In the golden light of summer, or the blue hush of misty mornings, every moment here feels eternal. Come to Geirangerfjord, and you don't just visit Norway, you step into one of Earth's last true fairy tales. Ålesund, Norway's Art Nouveau jewel by the sea. Welcome to Ålesund, a city that rises from the sea like a dream in stone and color. Spread across a chain of islands on Norway's rugged west coast, Ålesund is one of the most visually striking cities in Scandinavia. After a devastating fire in 1904 reduced much of the town to ashes, Ålesund was reborn with purpose and style. In just 3 years, over 800 buildings were rebuilt in the elegant Art Nouveau style, swirling facades, spires, and floral motifs, all touched by the spirit of Jugendstil. Today, the city is a living museum of early 20th century design, graceful and full of character. But Ålesund is more than architecture. Framed by the Sunnmøre Alps and the Atlantic Ocean, the city is surrounded by natural drama. From the top of Mount Axla, a short hike or a scenic stair climb reveals a view like no other: colorful rooftops, mirrored harbors, and snow-dusted peaks meeting the sea. The harbor hums with fishing boats and ferries, a reminder of Ålesund's deep maritime heritage. It's a gateway to the Geirangerfjord, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and to countless adventures among fjords, waterfalls, and alpine lakes. Life here flows slowly, gracefully, like the gulls that glide over the water, or the low northern sun that bathes the city in golden light. Ålesund is not just seen, it's felt, like a melody composed in stone, sea, and sky. Trolltunga, Norway's daring edge. Perched high above the sapphire waters of Lake Ringedalsvatnet, Trolltunga, the Troll's Tongue, juts out into empty space like a stone diving board into the sky. Suspended nearly 700 meters above the valley floor, it is one of Norway's most iconic and breathtaking landmarks. Reaching Trolltunga is an adventure in itself. A demanding hike through rugged mountain terrain, stretching up to 28 kilometers round trip, tests endurance and spirit. Along the trail, the landscape shifts from mossy forests to rocky plateaus, waterfalls, and endless skies. And then, suddenly, there it is, a slender ledge of ancient rock, hanging fearlessly over the abyss. Stepping onto Trolltunga feels like stepping out of the ordinary world, into a realm where earth, air, and courage collide. This place speaks to those who chase horizons, who seek that rare mix of beauty and adrenaline. It's not just about the photo, it's about the journey, the wind in your ears, the staggering silence, the overwhelming sense of freedom. Legends say trolls once roamed these mountains, and standing here, it's easy to believe. Trolltunga is a gateway into the raw soul of Norway, a meeting point of myth, nature, and the indomitable human spirit. North Cape, the edge of Europe. Welcome to North Cape, where the continent ends and the Arctic Ocean begins. At 71 degree 1021 north, this windswept cliff rises 307 meters above the icy sea, marking the northernmost point of mainland Europe that is accessible by road. To stand here is to stand on the threshold of the world. The land feels ancient, stripped bare by wind and time, yet there's a quiet majesty in its silence. At summer's peak, the midnight sun hovers above the horizon, casting a golden glow that never fades, a sun that neither rises nor sets, only lingers in a dreamlike pause. The journey to North Cape is an odyssey in itself. You pass through Arctic tundra, Sami settlements, and herds of reindeer roaming freely. It's a place where landscapes speak louder than words, and the soul instinctively listens. At the very tip stands the iconic globe monument, a symbol of exploration, resilience, and the magnetic pull of the ends of the Earth. Travelers from every corner of the world come here not just to say they've reached the top, but to feel something profound. North Cape is not about ticking off a destination. It's about feeling small under a vast sky, about finding stillness in one of the world's most remote corners. Here, the road ends, but the wonder begins. Kristiansand, Norway's southern gateway. Welcome to Kristiansand, where Norway greets the south with sun-warmed shores, colorful streets, and a gentle maritime soul. Nestled along the Skagerrak coast, Kristiansand feels more Mediterranean than Arctic, offering a bright and lively contrast to Norway's rugged north. Built by King Christian IV in 1641, the city was designed in a perfect grid pattern, and its historic core, Kosveien, remains one of the largest collections of old wooden houses in northern Europe. Wander these quiet lanes, where whitewashed cottages and blossoming gardens tell stories of centuries past. But Kristiansand is also alive with energy. Its waterfront bustles with cafes, fish markets, and yachts rocking in the marina. Families flock to Bistranda, the city's urban beach, where clean sands and safe swimming areas create a holiday atmosphere beneath the Nordic sun. Beyond the city, nature calls. The nearby archipelago beckons with its rocky islets and hidden coves, perfect for kayaking or a slow afternoon sail. Inland, Banahia Park and the Ravnadalen Valley offer lush green escapes just minutes from the center. Kristiansand is also a city of festivals, music, and open hearts. From summer concerts to bustling Christmas markets, its spirit is warm year-round, a reflection of its people, welcoming, relaxed, and deeply connected to the sea. In Kristiansand, Norway softens and smiles. Borgund Stave Church. A timeless whisper from the Middle Ages. Welcome to Borgund Stave Church, a masterpiece of medieval craftsmanship, standing untouched by centuries, deep in the valleys of western Norway. Built around 1180, it is the best preserved stave church in the country, and a rare portal into Norway's distant past. At first sight, Borgund looks almost otherworldly. Its dark wooden walls rise in steep, tiered roofs, crowned with carved dragon heads that snarl against the sky, ancient symbols meant to ward off evil spirits. Each beam and plank, seasoned by centuries of rain, snow, and northern light, tells a story of devotion and resilience. Borgund stands not only as a religious symbol but also as a testament to the artistry of medieval Norway, a time when builders shaped their world from forest and fjord, blending pagan motifs with new Christian ideals. Surrounded by rolling hills and ancient paths, the church feels perfectly rooted in the wild, timeless landscape. Here, history is not behind glass, it breathes in the cool mountain air, it whispers through the wood. At Borgund, you don't just see the Middle Ages, you step inside them. Reine. The Arctic Dream. Welcome to Reine, a tiny fishing village cradled among the sharp peaks and sapphire waters of the Lofoten Islands. Though home to just a few hundred people, Reine captures the soul of Norway's north like few other places can. Perched on the edge of the Arctic Circle, this village is a picture of peace and power. Crimson fishermen's cabins, called roerbuer, perch on stilts above calm bays. Towering above them are jagged granite mountains, rising like ancient cathedrals from the sea. It's a contrast that feels like magic, nature's raw strength meeting the soft rhythm of daily life. The air here is crisp, and the light is ever-changing, golden at midnight in summer, blue and ethereal under the northern lights in winter. Every season brings a new face to Reine. Kayak across mirrored fjords, hike to Geirangerfjord for one of the most iconic views in Norway, or simply sit by the water and watch the world slow down. Fishing has been the lifeblood of Reine for centuries, and its spirit remains. You'll see drying racks filled with cod, hear seagulls echoing over the harbor, and feel the pulse of a community rooted in tradition. But what truly makes Reine unforgettable isn't just its beauty, it's the feeling it leaves behind. A sense of wonder. A sense of stillness. In Reine, the world is quiet and breathtakingly alive. Arendal, where the coast whispers peace. Welcome to Arendal, a charming seaside town on Norway's southern coast, where pastel houses lean toward the sea and summer days stretch long and golden. Known as one of Norway's sunniest places, Arendal is where locals and travelers come to breathe, relax, and reconnect with the coast. Built around a natural harbor, Arendal once thrived on shipbuilding and trade. Its maritime soul is still alive in Tyholmen, the picturesque old town, where narrow streets wind between white timber houses, and historic warehouses now brim with cafes, galleries, and quiet stories from the sea. But Arendal is more than just beauty. It's home to one of Norway's oldest town halls and to the Canal Street Jazz Festival, a celebration of music and community that lights up the town every July. Whether you're wandering the lively marina or catching a ferry to explore the archipelago, there's always something gently inviting in the air. In Arendal, the sea isn't just a view, it's a way of life. Nærøyfjord, Norway's narrow miracle. Welcome to Nærøyfjord, a place where the land narrows, the silence deepens, and nature reveals its most intimate self. Just 250 meters across at its tightest point, this slender arm of the Great Sonafjord is one of the most breathtaking and serene fjords on Earth. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Nærøyfjord stretches for 18 kilometers, bordered by towering cliffs that rise over 1,700 meters straight from the water. Waterfalls spill from hidden glaciers. Mist dances along the ridgelines. And the fjord's glassy surface reflects a world untouched by time. Boats glide silently through the still waters. Tiny villages like Gudvangen and Bakka nestle at the base of sheer rock faces, places where life has persisted in harmony with the landscape for centuries. There are no crowds, no rush, only the rhythm of wind, water, and the distant echo of a goat's bell. Whether seen in the golden light of summer, or beneath the soft snowfall of winter, Nærøyfjord feels like a place suspended between myth and reality. It is said that the Norse gods once wandered these valleys, and here, that doesn't feel so far-fetched. This is not just a scenic fjord. It's a sacred corridor of nature, narrow in form, infinite in feeling. Sail into Nærøyfjord, and you don't just travel, you surrender to the quiet majesty of Norway's soul. Jostedalsbreen, the frozen giant of Norway. Welcome to Jostedalsbreen, where ice rules the land and time slows to the ancient rhythm of a glacier's breath. Stretching over 480 square kilometers, this is mainland Europe's largest glacier, a vast white crown resting atop the rugged spine of western Norway. Carved by centuries of snow and slow movement, Jostedalsbreen is not just one glacier, it's a living system of icy arms, reaching down into deep valleys like frozen rivers. Its most famous outlet, Preikestolen, tumbles between sheer mountain cliffs, ending in a turquoise glacial lake that mirrors the sky. From above, the glacier seems endless, a frozen ocean rippling with crevasses, glowing with a faint blue light from within. But beneath its stillness lies power. Each year, Jostedalsbreen carves the earth, shapes the landscape, and tells the story of a planet in motion. Surrounding the glacier is Jostedalsbreen National Park, a sanctuary of alpine peaks, wildflower meadows, and pristine valleys. It's a place where raw nature remains untamed, a final frontier in Europe's heart. To witness Jostedalsbreen is to stand before one of nature's great masterpieces, ancient, immense, and deeply humbling.